Red bone on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Cabin so big it can see my house. Then again, my view is too stupid, bruh, for real. Don't forget to get about who really do this, bruh, for real.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. A dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. He's got Higgins over the middle. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. Here's 2nd and 10. Murray now. That's complete to Michael Wilson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
180.
On the ground, it's Jarquez Hunter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Monday. Tonight.
Again on the ground with Hunter. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree
you're
totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. Hunter. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 52 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Los Angeles.
I be on my little mouse drill. All that rapping, pay your bills.
Alert! Hey!
First run now for Kyren Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's coming like clockwork right now for them.
Given 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Touchdown! Puka Nacua with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. A nice move by Nelson. Up to midfield. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Running right on the action is Murray. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Throwing now is Murray. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Murray. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Elijah Higgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And out a middle across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Here's Hunter. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
180.
Well, Stafford. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now 2nd and 3.
53. Ready. Set.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
180.
Throwing is Stafford. And he's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
This is Hunter. And he's going to be met at about the 43. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
260.
Here's Stafford. And the pressure will bring it down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Here's Murray back near his goal line. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Bug.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And taken at the 46. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set. Yellow 80. Yellow 80. 20 hot.
And they'll run it with Hunter. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Stay 50. Hey. 250. Stop.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Davante Adams, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams are once again back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Play action. Now it's Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Murray now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And the Cardinals first down.
Here's Murray. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 36. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Short one here, caught by McBride.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's Murray. Goes right back to McBride. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
To kick off for Arizona.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
36-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. In motion goes the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground. Hunter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Murray going to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that?
They've gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Now Murray off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Over the middle, complete. It's Harrison. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Murray now running left off the option. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Murray now. And it's caught.
And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Gibbs is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Murray. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Byron Young
able to record his 5th sack of the season. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun. Murray. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now it's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This is 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. It's Hunter. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 26. 107 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Blue 60.
Stafford. And it's complete to Adams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Lady!
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Matthew Stafford scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Don't worry.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Who you got?
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Shotgun now from Murray. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt covered with a loss on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone look.
He's got him in, complete. Nacua, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Point after here coming up.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
That's the score. Rams 28, Cardinals 16.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. That's complete to McBride. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Again, they'll throw in Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Middle. Go.
Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Brissett now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. Now he's going to step up and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Stafford now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
The nice thing is that you still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field,
That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Now Brissett. Pass complete to Higgins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making the most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
That's pulled in by Wilson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Cardinals first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here we go. First and goal.
Hey, kill. We're 19. Check. Rabbit. Go.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This is third and goal. Brissett. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.